Investors and collectors, here's our tier list of Scarlet and Violet era Pokemon TCG sets ranked from S to D. We are ranking chronologically since the beginning of the era. Check the timestamps if you are invested only in a specific set. We'll break down why each set made its tier, including key chase cards and the best sealed product to consider. Let's get right into it. The SV base set ushered in the new era with updated card borders and the return of X cards, but from an investment standpoint, it has been underwhelming. The set's closest thing to a chase was the Miriam Special Illustration Rare Trainer, which initially spiked but plummeted to about $27 by January 2024. That steep fall in the top card's value set the tone for the rest of the set. Essentially, every card became affordable and none were particularly scarce. Other notable pulls, like Gardevoir or the legendaries Miraidon and Koraidon, all fell under $20–25 over time. The base set was also printed in large quantities, as Pokemon tends to do for the first set of a generation, so product availability was never an issue. For these reasons, sealed SV base set wasn't appreciated. In fact, booster boxes could be found at a discount for a while, as players moved on to subsequent sets. D tier doesn't mean the set is bad. It's great for players building decks with staples like Nest Ball, and for collectors starting fresh, but from an investment perspective, it's the weakest of the era. Unless you're holding a Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer box, which includes an extra promo, there's little to no premium on SV base set items. The market has shifted its focus to later sets with bigger hits, leaving this base set as an easy skip for investors. What do you think? Is SV base set the worst investment you can make? Let me know in the comments. What is your D tier? Paldea Evolved started under the radar as SV's second set, but it has proven to be a sleeper pick that aged well. Initially, all eyes were on the adorable trainer Iono, and indeed the Iono Special Illustration Rare was a hot pull, about $75 by late 2023. However, the breakout star turned out to be the Magikarp Illustration Rare. By spring 2024, this stunning Magikarp art card jumped to $100 plus and became the top valued card of the set, even surpassing Iono's value. The Magikarp's popularity, gorgeous artwork by Komiya, caught many off guard and created a secondary chase card, which is great for holding the set's expected value. Paldea Evolved also features the first SARs of Paldean Starter. While it doesn't have the sheer number of expensive cards to rank higher, the presence of multiple desirable hits, waifu supporter, beloved Magikarp art, playable Qianpao around $20–25, makes it a solid B tier. Booster boxes of Paldea Evolved have slowly risen as people realize the set has both competitive cards and collectible gems. It's more of a steady gainer, not an immediate grail set, but one that casual investors can feel comfortable holding on to for gradual appreciation. Obsidian Flames had a lot going for it in theory. It featured a Charizard as its marquee Pokemon, which usually spells hype, and indeed, the Charizard SIR in this set is a beautiful card. However, the set as a whole failed to sustain interest. By late 2024, the Terra Charizard Special Illustration Rare was only about $45, and the next best card, a Gold Rare Charizard, around $18. Nearly every other pull dropped into single-digit values. Bleeding Cool aptly called Obsidian Flames the darkness ablaze of this era, noting that it's a Charizard-driven set that ended up largely forgotten amid more hyped releases. In other words, investors stayed away and moved on to bigger targets, which kept Obsidian Flame singles cheap and its sealed product stagnant in value. The set doesn't have much beyond Charizard to draw collectors. A Pidgeot SIR and some cute illustration rares like Ninetales Cleffa are nice, but not enough to carry investment potential. Therefore, it joins SV base in D tier as one of the least promising Scarlet and Violet sets to park your money in for the long term. If you're a Charizard fanatic, you might stash a box for fun, but realistically, Obsidian Flames is low tier for investment. 151 was the hugely anticipated Kanto-themed special expansion featuring all the original 151 Pokemon in Paldea era style. This set drips with nostalgia, Think base set vibes, but with modern art and rarities. Its top chase card has been Charizard Special Illustration Rare, which was around $110 market value a few months post-release. Venusaur and Blastoise SIRs also commanded healthy prices, around $40 to $45. Essentially, 151 lets collectors pull modern, ultra-rare versions of their Gen 1 favorites, and that built-in demand has kept products selling strongly. Notably, 151 packs came primarily in special products like Ultra Premium Collections, ETBs, and many items sold out quickly on release. The set's nostalgia factor means it should age well, much like XY Evolutions or Celebrations did. Already by mid-2024, 151 booster bundles and UPCs were selling at a premium due to collector demand for sealed displays. From an investment standpoint, Scarlet and Violet 151 is an evergreen modern classic. It's likely to be fondly remembered and sought after by both new collectors and those who grew up with Pokemon, landing it solidly in A tier. The set might not have a single card as pricey as an S tier set, but the across-the-board popularity of all Kanto Pokemon provides stable, broad demand. Do you think SV151 deserves to be an S tier? Or do you agree with me it should be an A tier? Paradox Rift introduced the ancient/future Pokemon concept into the TCG, featuring creatures like Roaring Moon and Iron Valiant. While thematically exciting, in practice, the set's card values have been relatively modest. The top chase, Roaring Moon Special Illustration Rare, settled in the range of $35 to $40 after release. Respectable, but nowhere near the heights of other sets' big hits. Other SIRs, like Iron Valiant, tended to fall below $30. Essentially, Paradox Rift has plenty of cool cards, but no standout superstar to drive major investment interest. On the plus side, it's a large set and was popular among competitive players, so the product did sell steadily. But from a collector-investor perspective, it's more of a binder set. Fun to complete, yet none of its cards became huge chase trophies. Sealed Paradox Rift boxes can still be found not far above retail, reflecting that it's not scarce and didn't gain a frenzy following. Thus, it's C tier. Not a bad set by any means, but in terms of investment, its growth and demand have been lukewarm compared to higher tier sets. You might hold a box or two for diversity, but don't expect Paradox Rift to outperform the market. Paldean Fates is a special set very much in the vein of Hidden Fates and Shining Fates, featuring shiny versions of Paldea region Pokemon. It's loaded with over 130 shiny Pokemon in a special subset. And the star of the show is Charizard EX. That Charizard instantly became one of the era's top cards, holding around $150 to $160 market price even months after release. More importantly, the Bubble Mew is even more expensive and costs more than double of the Charizard's value. Notably, Paldean Fates booster packs weren't sold in booster boxes, limiting supply and distribution. While perhaps not as scarce as the S-tier sets, Paldean Fates offers an attractive risk-reward balance for casual investors looking to stash some sealed product. This relative scarcity, combined with the evergreen popularity of shiny Pokemon, makes Paldean Fates a solid investment. The set has performed well on the secondary market. For example, graded copies of the Charizard have fetched high premiums, and raw copies still hover well into 3 digits. Twilight Masquerade is themed around the Teal Mask storyline and Ogerpon, but its real claim to fame is an unexpected all-star card, Greninja X Special Illustration Rare. Upon release, Greninja SIR shocked the community by becoming the most expensive card of the entire SV era at the time. It was even trending higher than any Charizard or Pikachu, reaching lofty prices well over $200 in the first weeks. Greninja is a massively popular Pokemon, and this card's artwork and rarity made it a coveted prize. While prices settled down a bit as supply grew, it still remains a top chase that anchors the set's value. Twilight Masquerade also contains multiple Ogerpon X forms and other illustrated rares like Eevee that collectors enjoy, though those are more moderately priced. Thanks to Greninja's outsized popularity and value, sealed Twilight Masquerade product has strong investment potential. It essentially has a chase card effect, similar to how Evolving Skies was buoyed by its Umbreon. In fact, Greninja's initial spike had some speculating it could be this generation's Umbreon. While that remains to be seen, the set sits in A tier because it has one of the highest demand Pokemon cards backing it up, and plenty of other beloved Pokemon to sweeten the deal for investors. Twilight Masquerade has some crazy pulls, but I don't think there is enough of them for it to make it into S tier. Do you agree with me? Shrouded Fable is a special mini-set tied to the Kitakami region from the SV DLC. While it's a neat set for completing the Pokédex of cards, it unfortunately didn't generate strong collector hype. A trainer card, Cassiopeia SIR, depicting a story character was only about $40 ungraded, indicating the ceiling of the set's value. In fact, Shrouded Fable's cards were largely under the radar. Early on, the Cassiopeia was $80, then dipped to $35, showing how demand cooled quickly. Because Shrouded Fable packs came in products like special collections and it wasn't heavily allocated, supply met the relatively low demand. For investors, that means sealed Shrouded Fable hasn't seen significant appreciation. It's often still available at retail. C tier here means it's fine to open and enjoy, but as an investment, it's niche. Unless the Kitakami DLC Pokemon gain a surprise cult following, this set will likely remain one of the weaker performers of the era. Consider that a similar mini-set, Crown Zenith, had the Galarian Gallery and big hits like Gold Arceus cards to drive it. Shrouded Fable just didn't have an equivalent draw beyond completing a storyline. Thus, it's a lower priority for investment purposes. Temporal Forces continued the Paradox Pokemon theme and even reintroduced Ace-Spec cards, which was neat for players. For investors, the key attractions are the alt arts of the new Paradox legendaries, Raging Bolt and Iron Crown. Those two came out of the gate as the top pulls, with Raging Bolt around $70 to $80 and Iron Crown about $50 mid-year. There's also a gorgeous Walking Wake SIR, and even a fun Ghastly illustration rare that collectors enjoy. So while Temporal Forces didn't have a $300 card, it has a handful in the $30 to $75 range, indicating a healthy, if not explosive, collector interest. Notably, the sets focus on Suicune and Raikou Paradox forms. Walking Wake and Raging Bolt gives a unique angle that hardcore fans appreciate. Sealed booster boxes are still around and haven't spiked too much. They're a bit above wholesale, but not scarce. Over time, as later sets overshadow it, Temporal Forces boxes could creep up simply due to lower print runs. Think of it as a Sword and Shield Battle Styles type scenario. Not everyone's favorite at release, but a safe hold for gradual gains. Stellar Crown centers on the Indigo Disc DLC and the debut of Terapagos. It had a mix of new faces and nostalgic touches. Notably, the set included Kanto starter cameos, Bulbasaur and Squirtle illustration rares, which are charming artwork showing those starters with Paldean bird Pokemon. Those IRs were surprisingly valuable for their class. On release, they traded above $20 each. While Stellar Crown doesn't have one single Holy Grail card, it does have multiple mid-tier chases. Hydrapple, Terapagos, and popular Pokemon appearing as a Terra-type card. This breadth keeps collectors opening packs. The booster box price has remained stable around MSRP, which in investment terms means it hasn't skyrocketed, hence B tier, but it's shown stability and slow growth as the set goes out of print. For a casual investor, Stellar Crown is a reasonably safe pick. It's part of the final Paldea storyline, introduces key Pokemon, and has nostalgic Easter eggs that will keep it relevant to collectors. Surging Sparks is all about Pikachu and friends, and it delivered one of the biggest chase cards of the generation. The Crown Jewel is the Pikachu X Special Illustration Rare, which debuted with a staggering market value around $468. It even overtook the Greninja SIR from Twilight Masquerade as the priciest card of the Paldea era. This dazzling Pikachu card, featuring a dynamic artwork and a Terra crystallized style, is a grail for Pikachu collectors, driving sealed product demand. The set also contains Latias and Latios and many other popular Pokemon cameos, with multiple cards well into the three figures in value, Surging Sparks booster boxes and Pokemon Center ETBs have been selling above MSRP. Given that the Pikachu SIR here is both playable and collectible, it's a safe bet for long-term growth. If that wasn't enough, the set also has Alola vibes and nostalgia, rounding out its S-tier status for investors. The broad appeal of Pikachu cannot be overstated. Historically, sets featuring a Chase Pikachu tend to hold value. Prismatic Evolutions is the Evolution-themed special set that caused a frenzy among collectors. It focuses entirely on Eevee and its evolutions, and its top cards exploded in value upon release. Notably, the Umbreon became one of the most expensive modern cards, reportedly peaking around $900 in early hype. Even after some market correction, Umbreon's price remained extraordinarily high. Other chase cards include Sylveon and a charming Eevee SIR. With 32 special illustration rares of beloved Evolutions announced and pre-orders selling out immediately, demand was through the roof. Many Prismatic Evolutions products were scalped or allocated, limiting supply. This set's fan-favorite Pokemon, limited product types, no regular booster boxes, and initial short supply mean sealed prismatic items like ETBs or premium collections are top-tier investments. The market was so hot that singles maintained unusually high prices for months. Simply put, Prismatic Evolutions offers both nostalgia and rarity, and its best cards, especially Umbreon, have shown strong value, making it an S-tier pick. Prismatic Evolutions seems like the best investment to me, and it is not even close. Do you agree with my tier list so far? Let me know down in the comments. If you are enjoying the video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. It helps the channel massively and costs you nothing. Journey Together is a trainer-centric expansion that highlights famous trainers and their partner Pokemon across regions. The superstar here is Lily's Clefairy, which instantly became the most sought-after card in the set. Lily is an extremely popular character, and this is her first appearance in the SV era. The card was selling for around $180 ungraded, reflecting Lily's full art supporter from Sun and Moon history, where her cards went for big money. This set also includes Hop's Zacian and Zoroark, but Lily's Clefairy is by far the standout. Thanks to that, Journey Together products have been in high demand. Many collectors want to pull or grade Lily's card for their collections. The presence of multiple regions trainers gives the set cross-generational appeal. In essence, Journey Together is a tier because of character popularity and multiple mid to high value cards. It may not be as scarce or insane in value as an S-tier set, but its best card rivals some S-tier chases in price, and the set's theme makes it a collector favorite. Casual investors can expect sealed products to appreciate steadily as fans continue to chase those beloved trainer Pokemon combos. Destined Rivals is a trainer's Pokemon showcase set and the penultimate SV expansion, featuring iconic trainer Pokemon pairs. Its headline card is Team Rocket's Mewtwo, a card that has been soaring in price. As of mid-2025, this Mewtwo SIR was selling for around $385 ungraded, reflecting massive demand from fans of the villainous Team Rocket and Mewtwo's enduring popularity. This set also includes Cynthia's Garchomp and Ethan's Ho-Oh, which tap into beloved characters from Sinnoh and Johto. While those may not be as pricey as Mewtwo, they still add value and desirability. Cynthia's cards always attract collectors, and Ho-Oh appeals to Gen 2 nostalgia. Destined Rivals essentially brings the trainer's Pokemon concept, like the old Gym series, back with modern rarity treatments. And collectors have responded enthusiastically. With at least one marquee chase in the high hundreds of dollars and multiple other hits, Destined Rivals secures its spot in S-tier. It's a set that bridges generations and has proven investment potential. The sealed product is drying up as people chase Team Rocket's Mewtwo and the other full art trainer Pokemon. White Flare is half of the grand finale of the SV era, celebrating Univ-Region Pokemon with stunning black and white rare cards. Its top chase is the Victini BWR, valued around $500 at launch, closely followed by the Reshiram BWR. These ultra-rare foils feature a striking monochrome style and extremely low pull rates, making White Flare boxes a prime investment. Even the special illustration rares like Reshiram fetch over $230. With every Unova Pokemon getting an illustrated rare artwork, this set offers breadth for collectors. The combination of nostalgia and scarcity has White Flare at the very top of the tier list for investability. In short, it's a premium set loaded with Grail-level cards that are already commanding high prices on the secondary market. Black Bolt is the twin set to White Flare, focused on Unova's darker side, and it's equally deserving of S tier. Its flagship chase card is Zekrom in the black and white rare rarity, valued around $470 plus right out of the gate. Another huge pull is the Victini Black Bolt version at $452. Victini appears in both sets and is immensely sought after by collectors. Black Bolt also features stunning SIRs like Zekrom, about $317 market, and a nostalgic full-art Trainer Ends plan, which appeal to fans of the classic black and white game storyline. The sheer number of top-tier pulls means Black Bolt booster products have a high expected value and long-term desirability. This set's celebration of Unova, plus the introduction of ultra-rare BWR cards, makes it a blue-chip investment. Boxes are likely to appreciate as supply dwindles and collectors chase those Grail cards. Alright folks, here it is, the full tier list. We've gone through each set and ranked them based on investment potential, chase cards, and sealed product value. Whether you agree or disagree with some of my picks, there's no doubt that these sets have been making waves in the Pokemon community. Let me know in the comments, which set are you planning to invest in? Or do you think I missed any key details? If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more Pokemon TCG insights and content. Until next time, happy collecting!